On 1st of June 2021, President Uhuru Kenyatta led the nation in celebrating Madaraka Day in Kisumu. And those who followed the president's speech very closely, Uhuru Kenyatta actually endorsed Raila Odinga for the presidency in 2022. And that move by the president to endorse Raila Odinga has not gone down well with very many politicians in this country. And one such politician is Musalia Mudavadi. Musalia Mudavadi is rattled and has actually threatened to abandon President Uhuru Kenyatta for endorsing Raila. And Musalia Mudavadi has actually dispatched his key allies to various vernacular stations to express his bitterness over the move by the president. So in this video today, I want us to look at why Musalia Mudavadi is actually angry by the fact that president almost endorsed Raila Odinga for the presidency, and what are some of his options. But before we do that, if you're watching this channel for the first time, I want you to take a second or two and click the subscribe button, that red button you're seeing there, so that next time we produce a video like this, YouTube will automatically notify you. And to the subscribers, I want to continue. Thank you guys for your continued support. As a matter of fact, in the past 2 days, you guys have reacted to most of the videos and they're doing so well. And for this one, please just give it a thumbs up. And for those who can drop their comments, please drop the comment. Now let us get back to business. Did Uhuru Kenyatta endorse Raila Odinga in Kisumu? Of course, that's what Kenyans are asking. Many Kenyans who listen to the speech closely believe that Uhuru actually endorsed Raila Odinga. And I think I also mentioned that in one of my previous videos. The protocol breaches were actually designed to pass that message. There was no way that South African president, that South African cabinet minister could come to Kenya and refer to Raila Odinga as the president. And when the president's time to speak came, he also talked about it and just wished that that will happen. Again, by breaking the protocol to allow Raila Odinga to speak, the president was sending a signal. And of course, the president also indicated that he hopes to work with Raila Odinga for a long time. The president's term in office is coming to an end very soon. So that was interpreted to mean that he will still work with Raila Odinga when Raila Odinga will become the president. But Musalia Mudavadi is not happy. Musalia Mudavadi had hoped that the president would endorse him. And he had also hoped that Raila Odinga would also support him. In fact, there's a group in this country which is referred to as Raila Niachie Group. Musalia Mudavadi is part of that group. But the question is, why do you think Musalia Mudavadi is angry and threatening to abandon Uhuru Kenyatta for endorsing Raila Odinga? Just 5 reasons. Number one, Musalia Mudavadi was not recognized by the president, and even protocolly, he was not recognized. Musalia Mudavadi is a senior politician in this country. He has been a vice president. In most events, previous events, Musalia Mudavadi has always been recognized. The deputy president never recognized Musalia Mudavadi. It took Raila Odinga to recognize Musalia Mudavadi. And because Musalia Mudavadi was not recognized, he's not a very happy man. And that's why he's very bitter and threatening the president. The second reason why he's bitter is because Musalia Mudavadi was expecting to be endorsed. The truth of the matter is that many people believe that if Uhuru were to be given a free hand to endorse someone, his first choice would be Gideon Moi, without thinking about it. His second option would be Musalia Mudavadi. And because most people believe that Gideon Moi cannot become the president in 2022, Musalia Mudavadi was viewing himself as the next in line. In fact, there's also part of the system or the deep state who have been pushing Musalia Mudavadi to push hard so that he could be considered for the president. So Musalia Mudavadi has been expecting this endorsement. So when Uhuru endorsed Raila Odinga, there was no way he was going to be happy. Number 3 is the NASA politics. How would you interpret or how would you behave if you are to be in Musalia Mudavadi's shoe? You are part of the NASA coalition. You are part of the co-principals. Then from nowhere, Raila Odinga enters into an agreement with the president. Again, you are left out. Then you go outside there, threaten how you are going to stop Raila Odinga, in the hope that the president was going to betray Raila Odinga. But instead, the president is actually elevating Raila Odinga. And from indications, he's actually endorsing this guy right in your eyes. How would you operate? The NASA principals even left ODM alone and went and formed what they are calling One Kenya Alliance. But now the president is here endorsing Raila Odinga. Basically what the president is telling them, and at one point I remember telling you guys that Uhuru Kenyatta actually told Gideon Moi, Kalonzo Musyoka, Musalia Mudavadi and Moses Wetangula to organize themselves so that they can stand behind Raila Odinga. Raila Odinga being the presidential candidate and then them following Raila Odinga so that they agree who is going to become the running mate. So basically, he can't be happy that a man they wanted to destroy is now being endorsed by the guy they expected to endorse them. Number 4 is the Gideon Moi Raila meeting. Ahead of this meeting, and I'm going to do a video on this, Gideon Moi paid a visit to Raila Odinga. And Raila Odinga actually went ahead and shared those photos of his meeting with Gideon Moi. Gideon Moi was believed to be the leader of the One Kenya movement. And just like I said, it was Gideon Moi who was sent by the president to tell these guys to rally behind Raila Odinga. The mere fact that Gideon Moi and Raila are now working together is also making Musalia Mudavadi not a very happy man.
Surely, have we reached a stage in Kenya where we say that we cannot talk to each other? Doesn't it border on being parochial, frankly speaking? If you are to ask me, people have become parochial in terms of who to interact with and who not to interact with.
I think it's specific for politicians.
I mean, but even the media is falling prey into this parochialism. I mean, are you telling me that a manager of Barclays Bank cannot talk to a manager of Standard Bank?
Of course they can.
Are you telling me that the head of Safaricom cannot talk to the head of Airtel? Are you telling me that the head of the Nation Media cannot talk to the head of the Standard newspaper? I mean, aren't we going parochial?
Stop reading too much.
I mean, it's excessive. It's excessive. I mean, it's bordering on schizophrenia. What were they saying? Perhaps they are discussing dowry. Maybe their children want to get married. Right. For heaven's sake, what's wrong with us? I mean, we are pushing it too far. If we want to make a pronouncement about an alignment or whatever, I will speak publicly to it and say, we have been having consultations in the background. We have reached a stage where we want to make certain things public.
But for now, we stop reading too much.
I think we are exaggerating it.
All right.
Yeah, and somebody will be putting me in an awkward position. How do I comment on a meeting that I was not party to? A reasonable person would know that surely Susan and Sarah and Musalia are seated under that tree. They are talking. I mean, how do I go and ask this young man or young man, what do you think they are talking about?
And lastly is the cabinet. The truth of the matter is that cabinet In the cabinet, there's no serious lawyer from the cabinet. So Musalia Mudavadi is being asked from his backyard, what happens? What next? What next? Because when it comes to even the goodies, they are not forthcoming. And what are some of his options? Assuming Raila Odinga is going to be endorsed. What are options for Musalia Mudavadi? Only four. The first option is to run for the presidency. And this is the best option for him. Running for the presidency, then he's going to get 1 or 2 members of parliament in the hope that he can enter into an alliance even post-election. Because without running for the presidency, Musalia Mudavadi is finished, politically speaking. Number 2 is the DP running mate. He can choose to be the running mate to the deputy president. Again, this is a best bet. William Ruto doesn't have a credible person to support or to choose as his running mate. And the best place the DP can get a running mate is actually from the larger Western Kenya. So the thing is, he can decide to go and run as a running mate to the DP. And lastly, he can decide to spoil everything by supporting Kalonzo Musyoka, or Kalonzo Musyoka supporting him, so that they just spoil everything for Raila Amolo Odinga. But again, he can decide, okay, liwe liwalo, let me just support Raila Odinga in the hope that Raila Odinga is going to serve 1 term. Then by that time, he shall have prepared himself so well to run for the presidency. Let me hear your thought. That's my take. And if you're watching this channel for the first time, please take a second or 2 and click the subscribe button. And the subscribers, thank you guys for your continued support. Can you have a good day? Bye-bye.